like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thanks for coming, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the heat wave. First day, I think, has been above 20 this year. A little part of last year. Roll call, please.
Mark Bouchard.
Here.
Joanne Shirkey.
Here.
Cindy Valentine here. Artie Bryson.
Here.
Christy Hilton here. Chris O'Regan.
Here.
Sandy Kufo. Here.
Okay, we're all here and accounted for. I'll entertain a motion for bills payable.
Make a motion for bills payable in the amount of $59,717.50.
Support.
We have motion and support. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Joanne Shirkey.
Yes.
Cindy Valentine, yes. Artie Bryson.
Yes.
Christy Hilton.
Yes.
Chris O'Regan.
Yes.
Sandy Kufo.
Yes.
Mark Bouchard.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next we have public comments. Is there any public comments anyone would like to make? No public comments? You got anything, Bill? No? Okay.
Happy New Year, everybody.
All right.
I do want to say you guys look really sharp. I love the ties and the suit coats and everything tonight.
It's a new year.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill. We got presents. We all got new ties and blouses. All right, moving right along, the consent agenda. We do have a game tonight, college football game tonight, so. Consent agenda, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda, including the minutes of the board meeting of December 18th, 2017 and synopsis, check reports, December assessing and police reports, January Parks and Rec updates, end of year assessing report. There's a notice for the Planning Commission meeting dates, communication, updated Township directory, and a request from Barb Schutt for continuing education of $50.
Support. Okay, motion and support. Any discussion on that? Excuse me. Hearing none. All in favor of the consent agenda as presented, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Next, we go right into supervisor's report. Yeah, everyone grabs a coffee. Been a busy, we're pretty busy over break. I reported actually in this report too that we had to replace a starter in our backup generator on the island. And that generator actually runs our fire department and the Lions Hall on the island, which is our warming center over there, emergency center. And it wasn't, we found out just recently, it wasn't the starter, it was actually a bad ground going to it. So that was good. And then we had three probably water main breaks over the break with all this cold weather, and the water department was just jamming the whole time. We had lots of frozen pipes. They were busy. Kudos to them. As you recall, our last meeting, our video or our audio wasn't working at our meeting, so I got Michael here taping this one. Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
And we did get a lot of the equipment into for a brand new system, and it's I'm not gonna say it's the best, but it's very high tech. Our next meeting here, it should be up and running. We got to get a couple small things and get it going. But with this equipment, we'll actually be able to do eventually, once it's set up and get some internet connectivity in the room, we'll be able to do live streaming of our meetings too. So we can actually do a green screen back here and have scenes. So,
Maybe on the beach one day.
Yeah, coming from Bora Bora. So, but yeah, we were actually busy over the break getting that going. We did have a small ice jam. The ferry was closed New Year's morning, New Year's Day morning from about 4:30 a.m. to about 8:30 a.m. And I just want to mention, we did put out a winds notice that it was down. But there was a glitch in the system where that notice didn't go out, but that was fixed, actually. So that shouldn't happen again. But it was closed for about 3 hours, and all the other protocols were in place. You know, we had communications with the Coast Guard. In fact, New Year's Day, during the halftime of the Outback game, the Coast Guard called me with the possibility of sending a cutter down the North Channel. I told them that wasn't a wise idea. And I was also on the phone with the Corps of Engineers, and they also agreed it wasn't a wise idea, so it didn't happen. But even on New Year's Day, you know, all the communications were there, which made me feel good. And so it's working. And to go beyond on that discussion, we have staged over there equipment for Semco, DT, our water department. We all have a bunch of equipment staged over there, so in the event, if there was an ice jam, we couldn't get vehicles across, we already have emergency vehicles with just about any part we can think we might need over there already. So all we have to do is get the personnel over there to take care of any problems that we might have. And you know, we're pretty well organized, as much as can be, for any event that might happen during an ice jam over there. The DNR is holding a watercraft control hearing January 11th. That's this coming Thursday. City of Elginak, their city hall, about creating a no-wake zone in the city itself.
Do you know what time that is?
7 o'clock. And the proposed area is from the entrance of the Harbor Club to the boat ramp across from the Dairy Queen. And we had a lot of discussions with a lot of people about that, and actually we just met with Bill Graytop and Denise, their city manager, this past week about, you know, issues on the water. But
Is this the same area that they approached us and we had a
Yes.
public hearing about last year?
Yeah, we had actually 2 public hearings, and that's okay, you can interrupt me. I'm just giving you a hard time. No, it is. And sorry. Yeah, we had 2 public hearings, and not one person actually was in favor of it at our hearings. And I know Elginak had a hearing, and there was a lot of people that was for it, but after they thought about it a little more, a lot of the same people actually came here and said, yeah, we don't think it's a good idea. The DNR is going to hold an investigation and a public hearing. My gut feeling is it's not going to go through. I don't think there's anything wrong with the existing 200-foot, 600-foot rule. It just needs better enforcement. I think that's what the majority of the people feel. That's my own personal thinking, but I had a lot of people ask me about that. We are developing some new bylaws for the Library Advisory Board. The biggest thing, we're going to change it from a 7 to a 5-member board, 2 from Elginak, 2 from Clay, and then 1 person at large from the St. Clair County Library System will be on that. And we're kind of defining their scope a little more than it was. We couldn't actually find any bylaws for them. So we thought we should kind of clarify that and get it down on paper. Let's see, I talked about the Trail Town Grant last meeting. Still working on the DNR Trust Fund grant. That's to buy the kayak access site on the island. We do have a public hearing at our next meeting, January 22nd, on Harson's Island. It's at 7 o'clock, and I am actually enrolled in a workshop for grants with the DNR on February 8th. That's going to be at downtown Detroit. We did finish our asset management and capital replacement plans for our water and sewer systems. If you're really bored, I got them here. I can email you a copy, or you can review it. Basically, it says we're in pretty good shape. There was no big surprises. They did mention that the DEQ, or in the study, that they really think doing the water main project on the Colony Road is a very good idea. And they did mention that eventually we're going to have to address water pressure via a water tower or a pump system, pumping station or something like that down the road. These are all things that we know. And we still have that old water main along M29, and they even mentioned in there we might need a second feed to cross the island. And I've had talks, or informal talks with the board about once we retire some of our water debt, go ahead and maybe do that project, replace that water main, and put another, at the same time, put another feed over to the island. Okay. Where am I? Oh, we got a busy week ahead. Tomorrow I got a meeting at the St. Clair County Road Commission to go over some road projects. Wednesday we have our tour of the wastewater treatment plant, if anybody's interested in it, at 10 o'clock. We're going to have a couple people from IRA in the city of Elginak there, and so I thought I'd offer it to you guys if you want to see the other end of the operation. I don't know how else to explain it. Okay. Also, just wanted to mention we do have scheduled a mediation with the Michigan Association of Firefighters January 23rd to go over some of our outstanding issues that we haven't been able to resolve. And upcoming events, I did want to mention this last Friday we had a bus that go down to a Little Caesars Arena for the Red Wings game. That was a great event. Thank you, Cindy. It was a lot of fun. And upcoming events, Consumer Education Series, Thursday, February 8th here, 7 o'clock. So going over identity theft. I know we had this about, on the, last year we had it on the island, before we had it on the mainland.
Would you say the 8th?
Yes. Yeah, I updated on mine.
It's a typo.
Yeah, I got it.
Usual, yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of new information, that's why we brought it back. Then going on Tuesday, starting tomorrow, we have our 20-20-20 fitness program. Is 20 minutes cardio, 20 minutes core exercise, and 20-minute weightlifting, right, Chrissy?
Yes.
6:30 to 7:30 at Millside. $42 for the 6 weeks, or if you want to drop in for one class, it's $10. That's Tuesday, 6:30 to 7:30. Also, same time, we have yoga classes, Tuesday starting tomorrow at 6:30 to 7:30 at the Algonquin Junior High, right? Is it?
Elementary.
Or, I'm sorry, elementary, I still call it junior high. It's in the library, right? Or,
Yes.
okay.
Yep, on Marsh Road.
On Marsh Road. Wednesdays, we have our Zumba class, 6:30 to 7:30 at Millside, and again, that's $42 for the 6 weeks, or a $10 drop-in fee. And we also have a Young Rembrandt's Kids Drawing class, starting Tuesdays on January 30th. It's going to go 5 weeks. It costs $49. It's going to be Tuesdays, 3:30 to 4:30. And that's also at Millside. That's open up from kids from 5 to 7. So I can't go there. They won't let me. So I kind of wanted to. If you have any questions on any of the stuff, the Parks and Rec stuff, get a hold of Cindy Babish in our office, or like us on Facebook, Clay Township Parks and Rec, and I think we have one called the Splash Pad too. But all that information's on there also. That's all I got. So, moving right from there, do we have a fire chief's report? You got something, George?
A few things. Good evening. For the month of December, I attended one meeting, and that was the St. Clair Fire Chiefs Association. We talked about the Fire 1, Fire 2 class that's coming up. In fact, it started the 2nd of January, and we have one firefighter in that. Downriver Goodfellows had their paper sale December 9th, and on the 18th, they packed food baskets and delivered them. We supported 97 families this year, and that was in the city of Algonac and in Clay Township. We also brought the airboat across. In the event that the river does close, we can get transportation back and forth across. I've also been in contact with Tri-EMS to set up ALS unit over there. Will be manned in the event that these ferries shut down. They'll have a
We
unit
took
over
over extra beds over there for them in case they have to spend the night, right?
Yep.